Hello everyone, colleagues. Today is Monday. Let's analyze what's happening in the markets and what we can expect from them. We'll start with macro indicators. The important news will start coming out tomorrow when we'll find out the producer price index for September. Hello everyone, colleagues. Today is Monday. Let's analyze what's happening in the markets and what we can expect from the markets. We'll start with macro indicators. The important news will start coming out tomorrow when we'll find out the producer inflation index for September. This is one of those important data that will give us a clue about what the future monetary policy will be. Although in reality, the Federal Reserve is currently paying the most attention to the unemployment index. That is, this data is more important for them than data that will give us a clue about what the future monetary policy will be. Although in reality, the Federal Reserve is currently paying the most attention to the unemployment index. That is, this data is more important for them than the inflation production index. For example, the level of public trust in the central bank. We will also find this out tomorrow. On Wednesday, we will learn the number of durable goods sales. We see that the previous figure was 2.9%. Whenever this index rises, it means there is some very significant uncertainty or stagnation in the world as people are buying durable goods. Next, the manufacturing index, real estate. Thursday is Thanksgiving, and Friday is basically a non-working day as well, so market activity will be low on Thursday and Friday. That's why there's such a significant Thursday is Thanksgiving, and Friday is basically a day off as well, so market activity will be low on Thursday and Friday. Therefore, we will not see much activity here. There are some minor expectations that the rate might actually be cut on the 10th of December. So in reality, any surge in activity will depend more on what happens with if the rate is cut, if it is cut on the 10th of December, that will be a very important factor. Right now, both long and short traders are being liquidated, with a few more long traders affected. About 7,000 traders have been liquidated. There are inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs, but we are actually seeing outflows. So quite a lot of outflows have already been recorded over the past a month, probably, if you look at it. Only on the 24th of October was there a positive month, and everything else so far has been negative. Outflows, outflows. The same picture with the Ethereum ETF, but here the outflows started as early as the 17th of October, so just over a month and a week of negative movement. As for Ripple, Sol, Doge, Litecoin, HBAR, so far only hedge funds are increasing their volumes. Right, let's have a look at the bigger picture and see what's going on. The Nikkei is still continuing to fall. The Asian index, I'll just quickly go over the Asian index, then check the European and American indices. At the moment, everything is in a state of correction. As for the American index, we can see that a very strong sell signal has appeared here, so in fact, it looks quite. For now, at this particular moment, it's heading towards a correction. The DXY, which stands for the US dollar index, continues its steady upward movement. So here we can see that the DXY will likely keep rising. Right, as for the S&P, it is clear. Now, regarding USDT, when it comes to USDT, the movement that should have happened has not yet fully materialized. We are still waiting to see if there'll be any significant changes or developments soon. It has reached its highs. So the highs we wanted to see have basically been reached. There's no signal for a reversal here yet. In other words, there's no strong indication of overbought conditions, but there's no reversal yet either. But honestly, I would already be watching to see where it might happen. We can see that the indicators here are giving signals that there is some sort of principle suggesting that at this level we could see a reversal. So the main point here is that we need to wait for a reversal and be prepared for the fact that dominance in altcoins will start to decrease. As for the total, we've reached some important static levels, and these levels of $2 and $8 trillion are quite good for some kind of Again, we can see that everything is still within the red channel. There's nothing yet. Something needs to happen for me to say, for example, that a reversal is forming, like some kind of channel crossover upwards. Then we could talk about some upward movement. But here, everything is still red and there's no sign of a proper reversal yet. So the first signals are just starting to appear. Yes, towards a reversal, but it still needs some time for the asset to trade at this level before any kind of reversal happens. So in this kind of setup, those trading shorts have a higher chance of making money on the decline than on the rise. Now, onto the good news. What I like is that Bitcoin's dominance is very strong. Getting ready for a sharp drop. There are loads of signals suggesting that the dominance will continue to fall. Really, there are a lot of signals. And all this while the dominance is dropping towards the 38% level. So the forecast is for dominance to fall to 38%, which is a huge volume. Why? Because if we look at previous levels, yes, when we drop down to 38% right here at this specific point in time, it was a really strong bull market, an alt season basically, which means that alternative cryptocurrencies were performing exceptionally well compared to the main ones. So in general, there are loads and loads of signals and indicators that it's going to keep falling further. Now, as for Ethereum dominance, it's essentially the same picture. It's going down as well. Where is all this expected to flow into, you might ask? Well, that's the big question everyone is considering right now. We expect a lot of it to flow into altcoins because there have been signals that altcoins are going to rise. As for Bitcoin's total, I can't say that I'm expecting further sales. I mentioned these levels, $85,000 to $86,000, $72,000. I've marked this level for myself, but I wouldn't say I'm actually expecting it. I'm no longer expecting $72,000. For Ethereum, it was the same. I had marked 2,700 and 800 in previous reviews we looked at. I do have a backup scenario at 200, but I haven't really considered it seriously yet. For now, I'm expecting a period of consolidation in this range. For BNB, I'm also not really expecting any major sales here. As for Solana, we might be trading around the $115 mark, so we might see just a little more volatility here in the market. As for whether I'm expecting a big drop, well, not really, but there could still be some minor fluctuations. Right, I need to turn this off here. So some assets are already moving into what's known as an accumulation phase. That's what I'm waiting for, this accumulation, this kind of transition on the chart. I'm interested in it to spot some buying opportunities, although that's not the case for all assets just yet. For AVAX, the chart looks really good. I like it. Really very good. For CAS, let's have a look. CAS is good, yes. So we can see that assets are getting ready to turn around and start their upward long movement. Yen. Well, yen isn't bad, yes. Litecoin, although there are some sell signals. But for now, I'm still expecting that there will be an accumulation phase happening here for Bitcoin, HBAR, not
Sure, go on.
DIM. Just to confirm, there are two more assets you wanted.
To add. Please, go ahead.
Useless. What was that? An Alipota.
Useless. The one that's Bitcoin. There it is. Just a bit lower. Yes. Missed it, and the Bitcoin won that.
You've got Harry Potter here, a character recognized by many. So what do we have here? Well, yes, we'll be looking at it in more detail. So it's useless Bitcoin, which is a term used to describe a kind of Bitcoin that doesn't really have any practical use or significant value. We'll be discussing what makes it different and why it's considered useless compared to other cryptocurrencies. Harry Potter as well. Absolutely. I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
There's a theory that most of the memes are there, but it's not exactly Harry Potter as well. By the way, I've reached those levels of the previous high. There's a theory that most memes are roughly at the turning points of previous or
The start of previous movements.
overall, everything looks, at this point in time, pretty much completely ready. Yes.
If you have any questions, please do ask. I'll be happy to answer them. Well, I don't have any myself, so overall, everything looks fine. It'll be ready. Yes, if you have any questions, please ask. I'll be happy to answer them. As for me, I don't really have any questions, so if any of the guys have something, go ahead. All right, if there are no questions, then we can wrap up our review for today.
All right, thank you very much for the broadcast. Until next time, take care.
See you very soon. Take care.
Let's stay in touch.
Bye.